Okay, so this is just going to be a quick video journaling today's trades because I have been having a problem sticking to a strategy and finding something that resonates with me. This morning I came to the chart after watching some ICT videos last night and tried it. And I was up in profit a little bit, but then I ended up getting taken out very quickly. Not quickly, but aggressively. And I realized that a lot of these strategies, they work, but they're very subjective. And so I decided that I'm just going to go back to the Strat by Rob, and just see if I can kind of stick to that. So this is going to be me trying to consistently stick with using the Strat to make sense of the randomness that is the stock market, because all of these strategies, they're just trying to make sense of price and what price is potentially going to do. You just kind of have to pick something at this point and go with it. And as much as I think ICT is very smart and a genius, and I saw in the mentorship he was live trading, and I was very impressed. A lot of his concepts are very hard to understand and they're not very objective. Objective meaning that, like, it's not you trying to determine if you see something, it's exactly what is happening. Whereas the Strat by Rob is a lot more objective, meaning one, two, threes, it's what's happening. The candle's either going one, it's either going two, or it's either going three. So I decided I'm going to just rechart and go with that. When I started the day today, I was down 152 from the ICT trade that I took, and I was able to make back that money. And I closed the day up $28. So here is my stat so far on the Express account. I'll just show you guys. This is my calendar. This was April. I did pretty good taking smaller trades. And here I went on tilt yesterday morning doing things that I should not have done. And so we're going to go back to trying to keep that under control. So up 361 on the Express account so far. So let's go back to the chart. This is literally just for me. I'm going to go to just one chart and I'm going to rechart this the way that I did it this morning. So what I did was I started with, let me add the chart executions actually. We'll go to settings, see if we can show chart executions in maybe blue. Oh, it gets busy. I wonder if we can get rid of the price. Hold on, let me see. I want to just see the arrows, but I don't know how to do that. I figured out how to do it before, but now I don't know how to do it. It's kind of annoying. Chart and data. Maybe that. No, put that back. Orange. Maybe that. No. I All right, we're gonna move on because I don't know how to. I don't know how to do that. Why is it not showing now? Oh. Oh, I know why. Here. Let's make this white. And then it'll blend in. So I'll still see the arrows, but I won't see the actual thing. Okay, cool. So starting with the 30-minute, I'm on California time. So I decided, okay, I'm going to chart the strat high and low. This was the candle that stopped me out. This one right here. So we're going to go. And what I did was I called those 30-minute high. And then went to the 1 hour. This was setting 1 hour high, right? Because let's put a line where I was. This is where I got stopped out of this long that I was trading ICT. And this candle came and it formed a 2 down. All right. So move this over. So here's my 30-minute high that we were maintaining. And then we have this other 30-minute high, which just so happens to be the 1 hour high also. And then I went to the 4 hour chart. And that was also the 4 hour chart high. Okay. So then the previous day, we have to get rid of the executions for a second because it's messing up the charts. Okay. So go to the daily chart. Here was my previous day high, PD high, and we have our previous day's low right here. Day's low. Cool. And the weekly chart high, let me just delete this. The weekly chart high is the previous weekly chart high was all the way up here, and our weekly high was all the way up here. So for now, they're not really relevant, but you can see that we are still trading within the previous week price action, right? We're still inside on the weekly. Right? And if we go to the daily, we took out the daily high, yesterday's high, and then we came back into it. Once we hit the low of yesterday, we went up. So we are stuck within previous days range as well. Okay, now on our 4 hour chart, these lines are the session breaks, by the way. So this is the start of Asia session. So on the 4 hour chart, we had our 4 hour session right here, 4 hour high. And this was the previous 4 hour high right here. If you want to mark that, but like I said, we weren't really there. But let's mark it. And And I'm marking the highs because we were in a downtrend. So in a downtrend, we'd want to be looking for the lows to start to get taken out. So this was that hour candle. And then we come back to the 30-minute. Right here. Okay. So this was the 30-minute candle that I was watching, that I decided to start trying this on. And this candle right here was a 30-minute low. And it created a high, and then we start to take out the low, causing this 2 down reversal that took me out. And so now I was looking to see if price was going to make a 2 up reversal, which we started to do, right? Once we started to do that, you can mark your low right here. This is what created this candle right here, created the resistance that took us down. And this candle right here created the consolidation that started to make us move up a little bit. So then if I go to the 1 minute chart, this is where you can kind of see how price. So this was that 2 down reversal that took out the low of this 30-minute candle. It came down here, and then we started to take out the high of the 30-minute candle. So I'm going to put the chart execution on again so we can see where I entered. All right, cool. So I entered this long here on this candle right here, right? And then we had this aggressive pullback. When we pulled back into the demand, aka the body of the 30-minute candle that we broke the high of, that we went 2 up on per the strat, I wanted to add, but I was already in 2 contracts, 2 at 56.35. So I couldn't really add because I was already in max leverage and I didn't want to risk additional money since my account is still small, just in case this thing did break the low of the 30-minute and start going 2 down again. And so unfortunately, I just had to hold. I held through all of this till we got here. I took off 1 contract. Right? Took off 1 contract here, and then finally I took out the other contract here once we started to break 2 down. I wanted us to take out this high and maybe potentially go out higher. I wasn't going to be in the trade for here, but I did want us to break this high and grab liquidity before thinking about coming down. But the market did create this lower high right here once it had this displacement move down, and it started coming down. And so I just got out here. And as you can see, good thing I did, because we dropped. Now this was FOMC. This was 11 a.m. New York, California time, which is 2 p.m. New York time. So this move is what is FOMC decision. That's why it dropped like that. And so once we dropped, ended up taking another trade in here. Right here on this 2 down. And the reason I did that is because if we go to the 30-minute chart, right, this candle happened and it took out the low of this candle right here, this doji. So we were still in a 2 down, and until we took out the high of this candle, I could not get into longs, and so I was looking to short it. And so I ended up entering when price went up, started to slow down a bit, consolidate, and then started to create the 2 down lower high structure. I entered on this candle. We got the move down and I made $100 on it, reversing all of my loss from the day so that I would be up to $28. And then we did a whole bunch of other stuff later. But by that time, I was too tired of being on the chart. So I got up. I wasn't looking anymore. But that was my trade for the day. The market is closed. We are about to, it's about to open again. And so I'm going to clear the chart for the new day tomorrow morning, rechart using the strat, starting with the weekly, of course, which we already have our previous week level, and moving my way down, trying to find 2 up, 2 down reversal setups on the 30-minute or the 1 hour or the 4-hour chart where they look good. And that's what I'm going to try to stick with. All right.